Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are going to learn to calculate the area and circumference of circles. We've got 4 success criteria, and the first one is to find the circumference of a circle. Now there are certain parts of a circle that you need to know. So the distance around the outside of a circle is known as the circumference. The distance from the centre of the circle to the circumference of a circle is known as the radius. The distance all the way across the circle through the centre is known as the diameter. A line that goes through the circle but not through the centre is known as a chord. And a line that touches the circumference of a circle but doesn't go through the circle is known as a tangent. So the diameter is the distance across the circle which passes through the centre. The radius is the distance from the centre of the circle to its circumference. And the circumference is the distance around the outside of the circle. To find the circumference of a circle, we multiply pi and the diameter together. So the circumference equals pi times diameter. This is sometimes written as C equals pi d. So to find the circumference of a circle, we need to do pi times the diameter. Now before we do that, we're going to write down what the radius and the diameter of this circle are. So the diameter of the circle is 5 centimetres, and the radius of the circle is always half the diameter. So the radius of the circle will be 2.5. Now to find the circumference, we need to do pi times the diameter. So we do pi times 5, which we round to 2 decimal places, which is 15.71 centimetres. So the distance around the outside of the circle is 15.71 centimetres. We can also be asked to give our answer in terms of pi. This just means what are we timesing pi by. So in this case, we times pi by 5. So our answer in terms of pi was 5 pi. Here's another example. So we need to do pi times the diameter to find the circumference. So here, the radius of the circle is 3 centimetres. So the diameter is always twice as long as the radius. So the diameter would be 6 centimetres. So to find the circumference, we do pi times 6, which to 2 decimal places is 18.85. In terms of pi, we've times pi by 6, so the answer would be 6 pi. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So again, we want to find the circumference of this circle. So we need to do pi times the diameter. Now the radius of the circle is 8 meters. So the diameter is 16. So we need to do pi times 16, which to 2 decimal places is 50.27. In terms of pi, this would be 16 pi. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, There's your amber answers, and there's your red answers. And now we've completed success criteria 1. So now we're going to move on to number 2, and this is to find the area of a circle. So the area of a circle is pi times the radius squared, and this is sometimes written as A equals pi r squared. So we want to find the area of this circle to 2 decimal places. So to find the area of a circle, we do pi times the radius squared. Now for this circle, the radius is 3 centimeters, so the diameter is 6 centimeters. Now we just want the radius, so we do pi times 3 squared, which to 2 decimal places is 28.27. In terms of pi, we've times by 3 squared, so 3 squared is 9, so the answer is 9 pi. Here's another example. So we want to find the area, which is pi times the radius squared. So the diameter of this circle is 9, so the radius must be half that, 4.5. So we do pi times 4.5 squared, which to 2 decimal places is 63.62. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So we want to find the area of this circle, so we need to do pi times the radius squared. So we're told the diameter is 8 centimeters and the radius must be 4 centimeters. So we do pi times 4 squared, which is 50.27. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answers, there's your red answers, and there's your purple answers. So now we've completed success criteria 2. So now we're going to move on to number 3. And this is to apply area and circumference to arcs and sectors. So a sector is a fraction of a circle. It looks like a pizza slice. An arc is the fraction of the circumference of a circle. So we want to find the area of this sector. So to find the area of a sector, we do what fraction of the circle we have times pi times the radius squared. So we have 40 degrees out of a total of 360 degrees. So we times that by the area of the circle. So times pi times the radius squared. The radius here is 6 centimeters. And to 2 decimal places, the answer is 12.57. Here's a question for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to see what you should have done, press play. So we want to find the area of this sector. So we have 225 degrees out of 360 degrees. So we times that by pi times the radius squared. So our answer is 17.67. In this example, we want to find the length of the arc. So to find the length of the arc, we again do the fraction of the circle, but times by its circumference, so times by pi times diameter. So the fraction of the circle is 225 out of 360. So we times that by pi times the diameter. Now we can see the radius of this circle is 3 centimeters, so the diameter must be 6 centimeters. So our answer is 11.78. Here's another example. This time we're asked for the perimeter of the shape. So we need to work out the arc length first of all. So that's the curved length, which would be 225 out of 360 times pi times the diameter. So that's 11.78. But this time we want to find the perimeter of the shape. So we've got to add on the two straight sides. And each of those are 3 centimeters. So our final answer is 17.78. Centimeters. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answers, and there's your red answers. And now we've completed success criteria 3. So now we're going to move on to number 4, and this is to apply to problem solving questions. So this is a plan of my garden pond. My pond is circular and is surrounded by a path. So what is the area of the path? So we need to write down a description of what each calculation is for. This will help us keep track of our working. So we can work out the area of the larger circle, then the area of the blue circle. So we need to work out its radius, which would be 2.5. So then we work out the area of the blue circle, so in this case it's the pond. And if we take away the area of the pond away from the area of the large circle, that will give us the area of the path. Here's another example. We want to find the area of this whole shape. Now this shape is made up of a square and a semicircle. So we can work out the area of the semicircle first. To find the area of a semicircle, we work out the area of the whole circle and then divide it by 2. So the radius of the circle is 3 centimeters. So we do pi times 3 squared and then divide it by 2 because it's a semicircle. Then we can work out the area of the square, which is 6 centimeters by 6 centimeters. So that has an area of 36. Then we can add them together. So my final answer is 50.14 centimeters squared. Here are some questions for you to have a go at. Pause the video, and when you're ready to mark your work, press play. Here are your answers. So there's your green answers, there's your amber answers, and there's your red answer. And now we've completed success criteria 4. So now that we've completed the last objective, it's time to end the video. Hope you enjoyed it and hope you found it useful. Make sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to check out the other videos on the rest of the channel. I'll see you next time. See ya.